checks over her shoulder because she wants to know exactly what's going on behind. There's another little glance. Nervous moments these for Kaboo. And there is Priska Jeptu. Such a contrasting style. Jeptu's closed the gap, but she's not going to make it. Kaboo is the champion of RAK 2013. Oh my word, and look at the time. Lucy Kaboo, 66.09. And Priska Jeptu only a couple of seconds down, and coming through for third place, Rita Jeptu will have run a spectacular time as well. She's absolutely spent, is Lucy Kaboo. Thankful, of course, as well, that her race has gone so well. And the celebrations begin for the Kenyans. They get a 1-2-3 once again in the women's race. So it confirms that both men's and women's races have been spectacular this year. Well, a chance now to confirm that fabulous win for Lucy Kaboo, albeit by only 2 seconds. 1 hour, 6 minutes and 9 seconds for her, ahead of Priska Jeptu, who also broaches new ground, and Rita Jeptu setting a personal best as well on 66.27. The first 4 women under 67 minutes, that's the first time that's ever happened, and the first 7 women under 68 minutes, that's the first time that has ever happened. All sorts of new statistical records have been set this morning. Here is Eve with the winner.
Yeah, for last 2 weeks I didn't get any, and I have little problem with I have a cold that I didn't make to do my training as I was expected. But that's God for today. He has helped me. He has blessed me and gave me the commendable time. Everything was good. Course was good. I appreciated here.
Well, a very humble Lucy Kaboo there, clearly happy with her victory. Back out on the course, there are a couple of thousand athletes still making their way round the flat, sun-drenched streets of Ras Al Khaimah. So many of them racing for charity, raising money for dozens of causes, and good crowds at the finish, much bigger than ever before in the 6 previous editions, welcoming them home. Well, the presentations for the elite athletes taking place as many of the masses finish in front of them. The Sheikh and the other supporters of this marathon who have done so much to make it as great as it is over the last 7 years now, enabling these elite athletes to produce their absolute best and produce what will remain stunning results. And just confirmation once again of those stunning results. The first 3 men under 59 minutes, the first 5 men under the hour, and they are well rewarded for their efforts, and rightly so. 50,000 dirhams for the first man, and indeed the first woman. That's almost $14,000. 35,000 dirhams for second, that's about $10,000, and 25,000 dirhams for third, that's about $7,000. But they had to work for it, and they earned every single cent. Great stuff. Lucy Kaboo is indeed crowned the champion. The Kenyans have a virtual stranglehold on the titles at the RAK Half Marathon. They have 6 out of the 7 titles in the men's race now. And indeed, this is their 4th win in the women's race. But Lucy Kaboo still smiling. There it is, Lucy Kaboo, the gentle giant. Goodness me, does she have the heart of a lion? And we saw her racing there and destroying a field that has rarely been gathered together in the history of women's road racing, certainly at the half marathon distance, and the results reflect the strength of that field, as you can see. Pascalia Kipkoech and a world-class time of 68.08 at the bottom of that caption. It is tremendous racing we've seen today in Ras Al Khaimah. So the perfect shot, that's the one the snappers want. The first 3 women, the first 3 men, all 6 athletes there are Kenyans after this 7th edition of RAK. Well, the rest of the field are coming home as the wind picks up a little bit. So does the temperature in Ras Al Khaimah. But after a 7 a.m. start, it's still a very pleasant temperature. The crowds have been significantly bigger than ever before, with 1 hour 50 on the clock. It's not even 9 a.m. local time. But what a day of racing there has been in Ras Al Khaimah 2013.
Well, as you can see behind me, there are still people finishing in the RAK Half Marathon. Those who have finished are experiencing a sense of satisfaction.
Yeah, really pleased. The PB 1:45-ish, which I'm really happy with, and it's great out there. It's a fantastic event. I love it.
It's a really good course. It's fast. It's
fled him fast, so that's good.
Yeah, good fun, great conditions. Yeah, really enjoyed it.
What was your time?
1:29.
And how much training did you have to put in to get a time like that?
Probably train 4 or 5 times a week.
I thought the course was it's good. It's nice and flat. Some small inclines which are called bridges, and that's about it. So it's really enjoyable. The weather great today. Conditions, no wind, so it's fantastic.
Yeah, it went okay. It was quite hard and struggled in the second half, but we kind of pulled it all together at the end. It was nice to see at the end, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Well, I'm joined by Nathan Clayton, who's the race director for the RAK Half Marathon. Nathan, how have things gone today?
Pretty good all around. We've had a very good race. We've now secured Russell Kramer half marathon. It's pretty much the fastest place to be if you're a lady half marathon runner. We've got the top three, the trio. Fastest, second and third fastest women's races in the world, and today, yet to be ratified, but we have also the new Ethiopian national record for the half marathon. So it's not a bad morning out.
Did you think, you've been involved with this event for many years now, did you think when you first got involved with it that it would grow to such great dimensions?
I think every race director out there aspires to have fast times at fast races. Having the occasional world record thrown in here and there is certainly the cherry on the cake. We set out to bring a good quality, technically correct sporting event to Russell Kramer and involve the community in it here in the UAE. We've done it with a little bit extra on top, I think. So I think everybody along the way, from the elite athletes who now benefit from a very, very fast winter half marathon, possibly the fastest winter half marathon in the world, to the local community who get the opportunity to line up next to them and enjoy a great race like this. I think everybody's benefited from it, and I think it's done well.
Well, a lot of runners still finishing in the RAK Half Marathon, but I sense, Tim Hutchings, that something rather special happened today.
Very much the case, Eve, yes. In fact, I'm holding the official result here, signed by the referee, and I can tell you that history has been made here this morning. Russell Kramer. The first 5 men went under the hour for the half marathon. We had very nearly a course record, but the winning time of 58.54 by Jeffrey Kipsang is quite astonishing. I think it's the 7th fastest time in history. And in the women's race, Eve, it was even better. We had the 2nd and 3rd fastest times in history. And don't let's forget that world record was set here a couple of years ago.
I think, Tim, it's probably testament to the quality of the course itself that we've seen so many good results.
Yeah, no, very much so. I mean, the organisation here is superb. Nathan and his team, the race director, they improve the organisation year after year. They're just tweaking it here and there. But this is a dead flat course. There are more and more spectators. I think the spectator numbers here this year are bigger than ever before. And the athletes know they can come here and find more or less perfect conditions. And they found that this morning.
Well, Tim, listen, we've had a wonderful time here at the RAK Half Marathon 2013. We hope to see you back here next year for the RAK Half Marathon 2014. But until then, from all of us here, it's goodbye.